Yo! Oshi No Ko chapter 117 is finally out after like a week break. The chapter also released on the same day as the anime episode, which is just a treat for us Oshi No Ko fans, especially considering that the episode and chapter are actually connected in a way. But if you haven't read it yet, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, I'll just get right into it. So, the name of the chapter is Panda, and it starts with an announcement from Kana's Twitter. Like, we actually get to see how many followers she has and stuff. Over 100k is pretty good, and the announcement is also trending. In the announcement, Kana basically reveals that she is quitting B Komachi. Yeah, you heard that right. Kana has left the group and is not going to be an idol anymore. Although she enjoyed her time as an idol for the past 2 years, she's taken that time to reconsider what her dreams are and decided to commit to being an actress. It's not really too surprising, considering we've essentially known she's wanted to be a great actress. But the B Komachi fans are down bad. Like, we see one guy looking like he's crying. Some other girl literally dropped to her knees in the streets. That just goes to show how popular the group has really become in only like 2 years. They have tons of fans who are actually super invested in the group. Like, we even see the OG fan of B Komachi since even their first performance, and he's stunned. Dude is a true fan at this point. Just look at these, and look at this ramen over here. Those bowls actually belong to Kana and Aqua, who are now actually in some restaurant together. It's a private room, of course, and Kana asks Aqua to tell her funny stories. So he tells her about Kana Arima, the panda. In 1825, there was a Westerner who saw a lesser panda for the first time in the Himalayas. He asked the local Nepalis what the animal was, and they said Nigalia ponia, which was then mispronounced as panda. However, the meaning of Nigalia ponia is actually a bamboo eater. So basically, Kana, who is actually about to eat a bamboo shoot off her chopsticks, is a panda. Technically, Aqua ain't wrong, and Kana gives him 84 points for that story. To be honest, I didn't know where he was going with that, but it's sort of funny since it makes sense. Kana actually calls Aqua a walking encyclopedia because he knows a lot of stories. He declines, but ends up going on another tangent on pandas again. This time, Aqua explains that the word panda was originally used to reference lesser pandas. However, black and white pandas became famous in around 1869, so they were divided into lesser and giant pandas. Those are the only two creatures known as pandas, and lesser means inferior. By the way, the lesser panda is also known as the red panda in real life, if anyone is confused. Aqua is likely just calling it the lesser panda since it fits the topic better. I didn't expect to be talking about pandas this much, but it makes sense since the title of the chapter is Panda. Kana manages to bring it full circle by connecting the topic of lesser pandas to the entertainment industry. The popular people take everything like monopolizing fame and propriety, while the unpopular people who can't bring in a crowd are treated as lessers. Basically the lesser pandas. I like the comparison, and I can't tell if Aqua was intentionally leading Kana to that point or if she got there herself. Either way, Aqua cuts straight to the tweet, like he just brings it up out of nowhere. But now that Kana has made the tweet, there's no going back. She recalls that it has actually been 2 whole years since Aqua asked her to be an idol. And you know, I just want to mention how this lines up perfectly with the recent episode of Oshi No Ko that came out on the same day as this chapter. Episode 5 literally has the exact moment Kana first accepted Aqua's offer to join Ruby in B Komachi and be an idol. It's actually insane how perfectly it was lined up. There's like no way Aqua didn't plan for this. But yeah, Aqua apologizes for forcing her to join, but Kana says she's grateful. Kana believes she would have been dead as a talent if Aqua hadn't asked her, which may be true because she was still struggling to land major roles during that time, if any at all. Instead of acting or being an idol, she would have probably gone to a university, which Aqua suggests is a better option. Kana isn't sure and compares the industry to a gambling game, and now she's come to think that it's okay to balance the path she's on just a little longer. She'll win this bet and become a fine giant panda and not let people call her a lesser any longer. To be fair though, the lesser panda is known as the red panda, like I said, and Kana does have red hair, so I don't know, could be something to remember. Kana then goes on to say she got offered a role from the director to play the old B Komachi member who hates Ai, and asks Aqua if it's okay to do it. Even though it's just acting, Kana is still going to be saying some cruel things about his mother. However, this is where Aqua makes his move. This dude says if it's Kana, he doesn't mind. Obviously, Kana questions what he means by that, and so Aqua says it's cause she's special to him. As expected, Kana gets flustered hearing that, and says that she doesn't understand him at all before running away. She literally keeps shooting herself in the foot, bro. Kana is trying to make this work as a friend, but his words made it seem like Aqua actually likes her. However, little does she know, Aqua literally starts laughing evilly once she is gone. Like, this dude got the edgy pose and everything. I really think he's gone off the deep end and has lost it. He even says that Kana is so easy to manipulate, which isn't wrong since all he had to do was flatter Kana a bit to get her flustered and get her to take the role. It's basically the same thing he did to get Kana to be an idol in episode 5. If she can't learn how to doubt people more, they'll always exploit her, and that's pretty much everything we see of Aqua in this chapter. He's acting more like Hikaru's son by the day. I mean, just look at him. If I didn't know better, that's what Hikaru acted like when he was younger. Aqua is following the same dark path as his father, and I don't think he even knows it yet. Or maybe he just doesn't care. Anyways, we then cut to Kaburagi near the end of the chapter. Most of the main cast have been filled up rather quickly, so at this rate, he'll be able to start some plans to begin filming. However, there's just one concern. Ruby Hoshino is the one who's essentially going to be in the lead role. He had wanted Akane or Frill to have played the part, partially for sponsors, but at least they can still be in the movie as other characters. Well, not just any role, since their agency might not approve of it. However, he can also guess what may be on director Gotanda and Aqua's mind. Revenge, guilt, or possibly something else. For now though, Kaburagi will have to settle with Ruby and turn her into a crowd puller. And that's where the chapter ends. I'm sure turning Ruby into a crowd puller shouldn't be too hard, considering her popularity and most of the world already knows that she's Ai's daughter. If anything, assuming people know about the movie and know it's about Ai, and that her daughter is acting as her, it should garner her some solid base attention. To be honest, I got a feeling Kana playing the role of the girl who hates Ai, who is essentially being played by Ruby, is going to be exactly what Aqua wants. Especially when it comes to bringing in attention for the movie. Let's think about it. We know Ruby is very sensitive towards haters of Ai. It's one of the easiest ways to get a reaction out of her. And right now, Ruby isn't in the best mental state. Her main goal is to get revenge now, plus, she is going to be under a lot of pressure by having the role of Ai. And we don't know how exactly Ruby feels about Kana right now, but if I had to guess, she might not be too happy about it. In the first place, Ruby was not happy about Aqua revealing they were Ai's kids to the public, even though it was to save Kana's career, and by connection, Bikomachi's reputation as well. And even after all that, Kana just leaves the group anyway. Whether or not Ruby feels a certain way about that, she's gonna be fueled up when she's interacting with the hater as Ai. In fact, Kana would likely give the performance her all now too, that she was given the okay from Aqua. Like, it actually might be what he really wants. Kana giving it her all, acting as an Ai hater, might actually raise the level and intensity of Ruby's performance of Ai. That might actually be Aqua's end goal with this manipulation of Kana. He'll use her feelings for him to push her to go give the role her all, and as a result, boost Ruby's performance as Ai. And another interesting thing to look at is the perspective of the fans. Like, if Ruby and Kana are giving it all in their roles, then it might actually seem like their true feelings for each other are spilling out. To the fans at least, since the fans wouldn't know all the details behind Kana's departure. It's gonna look weird that Kana's playing a character that hates Ruby's character. They could actually speculate that there was actually bad blood between Ruby and Kana, which caused her to leave. Idol drama basically. The rumors would go crazy, and it's definitely something I see Aqua pulling. And bruh, like imagine the fan wars that could take place. It's actually really concerning now that I think about it. Like, a super fan of either Ruby or Kana could pull a Ryusuke and stab one of them or something. That would be insane. I'm just wondering if Aqua knows how bad this can get, or if he even cares anymore now that he's gone full edgy Sasuke, revenge at all costs mode. Or I guess he's closer to Ayano Koji from Classroom of the Elite now, that he's a master manipulator. But yeah, this chapter is pretty good overall, in my opinion. It set us some stuff with Kana for sure, and now we're finally gonna get started with the actual movie since filming seems like it's about to begin. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the chapter, and thanks for watching this far. I actually have a question for y'all before I end the video. Is the Kana x Aqua ship over, or is there still a chance? Let me know in the comments down below. Please consider subscribing and dropping a like if you haven't already as well. Plus, you can check out some more Oshi No Ko vids here too, if you like. Anyways, peace.